Let's talk about the McMahon family for a minute here. This is a good opportunity before we talk about that hot wrestling angle. Let's start at the top. Let's start with Vince. Your interactions with him, working with him as a boss, does he counsel you as a boss should? Is he kind of untouchable by this point, kind of the floating guy?
A little untouchable. I think my respect for him as a business person and being pulled in lots of different directions, and the fact that he's pretty intimidating. You know, there's this really nice thing about him, and because he's got super charisma. So there's, you know, and you're respectful of him because he's done such a job with what his job is. Anybody that sticks with something for that long in this kind of a racket, I mean, it's a, you know, the wrestling world is a racket, but he's survived it. So you look at the guy as a warrior, you know? So he's totally out of my league. I mean, I'm not going to try to work the guy. I'm not going to try to butt kiss him. And it's probably what I could have done better in my entire career there is butt kiss a lot better. But I did even tell him that, you know, I had one meeting where I came in and whined a bit about not being used and just kind of, you know, God, why am I sitting around? So he said, oh, write up storylines and this and that. No. I said, well, you know, if I don't, you know, I can write storylines, but I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna butt kiss to get them pushed. I just don't want to do it. And also, I already felt too, like if I'm getting paid to take bumps and handle all this travel and show up all these promos that you don't get paid for, why can't the writers write storylines?
How present is Linda?
Linda was, I really liked working with Linda, and I got to work with Linda a lot because of promotions. We did the, you know, RNC together, we did the DNC together, we did Smack Down Your Vote campaigns, we did, God, she was really awesome.
How about Shane? How about the kids? Are they
Shane I liked a lot,
yeah.
And all of them are wacky. I mean, I think Linda's the most straight up one. Man, I would have loved to be in an angle with Vince, because I would have loved to rock and roll, you know, on something with him, because he's kind of stone coldish in a way where he's ad-libby, and you know that, you know, he's like a master. He's one of the neat things about that I used to always say about Stephanie's performances, because everyone, oh, Stephanie, you're so great up there. Oh, when she was young and flatter-chested and cute and beautiful, and you know, she was so perfect in the beginning. And I always thought to myself, what would it be like to be Stephanie McMahon and be able to go out there and know that nobody can fire you? Mm. You can do whatever you want. And I thought, that's something to take into my performance of like, you're not Stephanie McMahon, and you can be fired, and you can never get a chance again to be out on stage. But what if you just take that on and take that in, and that's letting loose? Mm-hmm. But imagine the freedom to be Vince McMahon on Vince McMahon's show.
Well, now...
And then to be in an angle, I would have barked like a dog for him. I would have raised my leg and pissed on him, too. And then he probably would have spanked me, and then I could have bit him.
You would have had a job for life.
Yeah. So there's that stuff of like, you know, if you're working with people that are out there, it enables you to be out there, and then we're having fun.
But Vince is a performer.
There was a lot of, you know, in my job there was just a lot of rein pulling. There's a lot of, you know, girls, we're going to give you 6 minutes out there, and then right as you go out of gorilla position, 4 minutes. Or, you know, I'd have my one moment to go out there and blabber. You know, I didn't have to get my head pounded. I didn't have to like wonder if some booby girl was going to swing at me lame. You know, it was like a one-man show. Mm-hmm. I go out there, and what do they say before you go out? Speed it up, Ivory. Hurry up. Just make it quick. Mm-hmm. And I'd look at them and go, when has a performance ever gotten any better because you're rushing it? Mm-hmm. Shut the fuck up. That's what inside voice.
Outside said what?
Okay. You knew it.
I know. I wanted to hear it. Oh. Vince is a performer, though.
Yeah. And then Stephanie, yes, Stephanie performer, writer, but I think it's that thing of what went wrong there?
But are you guys taking this seriously?
What went wrong there?
Here comes Vince all jacked up, and he's bouncing around the ring, and Shane's hitting him with a garbage pail.
I love it.
And there's 37 wrestlers in the locker room waiting to go out.
I know.
That's cool with everyone?
Well, I think it's great for the product.
Okay.
I think that I'd much rather watch, okay, if you're an audience member, okay, not all of them are teenagers. A lot of them, like Hulk and Ric Flair, why? Because they watched them when they were kids. So that makes them, you know, they're like kind of, they're not Vince McMahon age, but they're older guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a boxing match where you got the old, what was his name? Foreman.
George.
Oh my God, come back, old guy in the ring. So anyway, there's the thing about watching a son who's not a wrestler and daddy who's an old man, and you just want to see, you know, what does Vince look like in a tank top? Can he fall down? Will somebody get hurt? You want to see if Shane's got it, you know, and what was his deal? He would like jump off of high things.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, but it was tolerated though.
It was tolerated because I don't think they stunk it up. Now, what stinks it up is Triple H sitting in a chair. You know, we're an action show. Sitting in a chair, stationary, cutting a promo for 9 hours with no charisma. That kills a show. That makes me never. I mean, I have jokes of like, you know, oh, Triple H is on, I'll vacuum my house. You know, oh, he's still on, I'll mop the floors. Oh, he's still on, let me clean the toilets. Why even sit there and watch a show? So that made me sick.
Someone should tell whoever's in charge over there that Triple H isn't cutting it. Oh, it's him.
Oh, it's